Hello all, how are you guys? So we have finished our first app in the playlist where we wrote a beautiful application. Even though we focused a bit on functionality, we didn't write a very good UI. And Flutter is all about UI. So in the next app, which is going to be a quiz app, we are going to write a very good UI as well as add more functionality and learn more concepts, which is like global declaration, ternary operator, and how to conditionally render the uh, widgets according to it. We'll try to cover, if possible, try to cover even state management in that, so that when you so that you can learn about a bit of provider getx and all, which is a very important concepts considering Flutter. We'll also write a very good UI and learn more about other widgets that are specifically written for components like icon, buttons, etc. So from next class we are going to start a new app. So let's get started. So we'll create the project. I've already taught you how to create a project. Either you can create with a terminal, or you can just create a Flutter new project. If you have installed the plugin, then it is like Control P. You will open this, then Flutter create a new project. This will create a new project. It will be an application, obviously. And let's select this directory. Name it as quiz app. So once it is done, you will be able to see all the files that are available. Till then, we'll try to load our emulator so that we'll be ready for running the emulator. So for creating the emulator, we had a Flutter. We had to find an emulator. Already taught you how to find an emulator. So just find the emulator package. So just if you have installed the plugin, or the same plugin, in that you can see launch emulator. We have two of them. I'll go with this Pixel 3a. It will take a while. Before that, we are already set up the basic app, so we might not require all this. So let's remove all the component. Let's remove this. Let's create a stateful widget at the start. Make sure that you have installed the plugin, because I'll be using this plugin everywhere for all the shortcuts and the syntax. So this will be our home screen. So it will be our home screen. Let's remove const. So this will be our application. So we'll start from here. Once we start, before we start doing anything, it is also important that like, since we are focusing more on our front end this time, we'll be having a file called variables or globals. So that will be our constants. We can name it. If you have a lot of constants, then you can have a directory itself called variable. But since we will be not working so much, I'll make a called globals for now. But as and when we start adding more themes, and we'll be adding all the styles there, so that we keep our app constant. So for that, we'll make a folder and add all these one by one. So let's call, this will be a class, obviously. This will be called globals. This will be the class. We don't need a public. So we can add like string questions. That will be a list, and a list of string of questions. List of string of questions. Then we'll have string as answer. list of string of answers, because for each question we'll have a list of string of questions. So list of string of answers. What we can do is we can also create a class for this called questions, like class called, let's create a class for that, so that we don't need to create two arrays for each of them. I've already taught you about this in the previous app. So we'll call it as question format. That will be a class of let's call it question format. And this will have a string, that will be the question. It will also have a string as answers. Then we also have a list of answers, a list of strings as options, list of string as options. This will be the basic type, and when we are passing the variables, when we are calling the constructor, this is how it is going to be. Question format. So this will take a question, string of question, string of answers, and then a list of string of options. List of string of options. So we'll assign them to each of them. And answer as answer, and options as options. So this will be our constructor. We can also have a copy constructor. So a copy constructor is a constructor where you copy like values from one question, like one of the same type, and then reassign it to something else. So we'll make it as dot question format copy question format. So answer will be similarly answers, this dot answer will be question format dot answer, and this dot options will be question format dot this will be our basic data type, this will be basic structure. And then if you want, you can add a few more things like points if you have multiple like variable points for each of them. For now we are going to like leave that, but in future we might have added that as well. Then in this, obviously we don't need this anymore. So let's create a list of question format. Let's call it question bank. In the next class we'll also add some values over here, so that you need to like you can keep a value. We can also add a max questions range, that will be like our question bank dot size. So we can add a length as this. Nah, for now we are going to leave this. That's not important. So we'll have a question bank. So yeah, we'll have a question bank. What else we need? We'll keep a track of the current index inside outside itself. Then yeah, we'll have users. So we are going to create another class for that. So in before that we'll create a called as models and put everything like all these base models there. So see, this is the app that we have built. So once you start writing, this is the screen that you get. So we generally start with a material app. Because you know that it provides a lot of things like routing and all. And yeah, you also know that we can have primary colors, all the colors over here. So it do provides all those list of colors, theme data, theme dark theme, high contrast theme. So these are the words that we can add. So in the next coming video, we will be starting our app where we are going to um, build a very good UI corresponding to it, and you will also learn more about special widgets or specific widgets, so that you can add them to your app and make stylish, make it a better UI. As Flutter is more about UI than a functionality framework. So see you in the next video, guys. Thank you.